this in a developmental eye, or is it mostly just the result at this point?
No, we're really disappointed in the result because we felt we could have won that game, and we had a really good chance of winning that game. And yeah, we lost a little bit of lapse of concentration on their second goal inside the box, but you know, this is the sport. Sometimes you win something, sometimes you lose something. Some other things is not in our control. But I thought the boys played really, really well. They showed a lot of character, a lot of resilience, and they scored some really, really good goals as well. So I'm very proud of them.
What did you tell them at halftime? I mean, you seemed to come on and just provide an instant spark.
Yeah, I mean, we changed a centre back who was playing a defensive midfielder. We went naturally back into our defensive midfielder with Peter Kingston, and then we brought you on, and you was operating in that pocket. We were missing that pocket player in the first half, and it really changed the game. And you also brought us some really good energy in the second half. So it was really, really good performance by him.
Did you see anything on the penalty?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it. Okay. I don't want to speak about refs because it becomes an excuse, but I mean, I think everybody saw that game, and then, you know, I'll let the club handle that situation. It's not for me to handle, but yeah, there was some really bad calls in this game, but it's okay. It's okay. We're fine with that. We'll accept it. This is how the game goes, and we just continue marching on. The boys are doing really, really well this season, so we'll just continue taking it day by day.
And from a developmental standpoint, I have to imagine there were some good things that you saw today.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, for a large period amount of that game, we were better than them. Large periods of the game, even in the first half. We you know, just an inch here and an inch there, we could have scored at least 2 goals in the first half. So yeah, we were really, really good today.
Going back to the officiating, like Brian always says, referees have a hard job, but at the same time, I mean, like, what's going through your head out there? Do you communicate with the officials? Like, what's going through when all of those calls are going against you guys?
I've learned for many years of being a coach that you can't control the ref. Yeah. What more so I'm thinking about is how did we allow that second goal to come in, and that second goal is really what tipped us a little bit over. I mean, the legs got really, really tired towards the end. We weren't pressing as much, we weren't as compact as we were, and then our box defending was a lapse of concentration, and that's how they scored the second goal.
You said that you'll let the club handle from here. What would you like to see maybe go forward with what happened?
Well, no, I mean, I'm going to speak to Wade and Henry. I'm like, they have to have a conversation. Okay, yes, they can change the result, but yeah. Every single time we have that ref, we have the same problem. So it is what it is.
You guys have experienced that with that guy in the past?
We've had experiences with this. So when he was a center ref, we knew that we weren't going to get a lot of calls, and as we saw today, we didn't get a lot of calls either. So it is what it is.
Obviously, an MLS Next Pro team playing against an MLS team, they fielded a lot of MLS guys. The level of competition is a tough one. I think looking particular at your 2 center backs, 2 young 18-year-old guys against Kevin Kelsey, who was a big money signing for Cincinnati before he came to the Timbers. How did you feel like your guys stacked up against him?
Well, I'll tell you what Kevin told me after the game when he came and shook my hand. He said, hey, don't be discouraged by that. Your team is very, very good. And he felt it because most of the game he didn't do anything. He only showed up for the penalty, and he's a big-time striker. Like, I'm so proud of my guys. It's not even... We were so good in that game. We were so good in that game, but we just fell a little bit short, and that happens with youth, right? There's a little bit of inconsistency sometimes in the game. You know, we should have scored 2 goals in the first half. That second goal shouldn't have gone in. That's what we're going to analyze going into Vancouver next week.
Coach, how important was it for you to use this as a lesson to teach those younger players on how to close out a game as well?
100%, yes, 100%. The legs went. When we got roughly around the 80th minute, the legs went, right? And that's something that obviously the boys have to come, you know, get a little bit of rest and recover, but we only had 3 days to prepare for this game because we played on Friday, and then we had to get on an airplane again. So it's a good lesson for them, but they rose up to the occasion and they played well. They played some good football out there, and that's most important for me.
Sure, and it's not a matter of excusing, right? You play who you play who's in front of you. What's the initial takeaway for you? Not just from the pride perspective, but from some of the grit, or maybe highlight a player who really showed you that the promise that they have. Because what you told us is you want people to come out and see that promise.
Yeah. No, I mean, we just talked about the 2 center backs that were 18 years old and took care of, put a big-time striker in their pocket for most of the game. Like, that's what I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of Snyder and Peter and them doing really all the work in the midfield and running their hearts out in order for us to go 2-1 and be up a goal for so many minutes in the game, right? We just got to get a little bit better. You know, that youthfulness just came in a little bit to the end, and that's what we got to get over. But that comes with time as well, right? But again, like, I do not fault anything that they did in this game. They deserve 3 days off after this, and then we'll come back in the weekend and prepare for Vancouver.
How do you feel this performance affects the team's morale going into that next game?
Oh, it's going to make us stronger. We know that. We know that it's going to make us stronger because we know we should have won that game. So when we go play to Vancouver, Vancouver is going to analyze this game, and they're going to be really scared on what we're going to do against Vancouver on Wednesday.